So I'm the instructor for the Impact Academy, which is a marine conservation-based program that includes many facets that run you through how a project kind of gets started, implemented, and then how you evaluate the results of that project. Oh, that's a hard question. I actually started out as a music major and was very interested in physics and music. And then I learned to scuba dive. And that was the end of it for me. Once I got underwater and saw, I was like, wait a second, there's this whole other world going on. And so that's how I got interested in marine science. So the past 10 years have been interesting. We've had a lot of things going on. I think more so in the past 10 years, just because the population on the globe has increased, a lot more. And then technology has played a big role in allowing us to access things we couldn't before. So that's sort of what we've seen in the past 10 years. But this has been going on. The impacts to the marine environment have been there for much longer than the past 10 years. I mean, the impacts of changing climate, pollution, overfishing. I mean, these things have been around not just in recent years. They're just coming to the surface. And I think obviously technology and social media aids in that, because now someone who has never been to a place can see, oh my gosh, look at the plastic pollution in Antarctica, which you wouldn't have seen without that technology. So that's definitely made a difference. Most pressing concern, that's a hard one, I think, because there's so many problems we face. And for honestly, I really think it comes down to really helping individual people realize they can help with these problems. It can feel so overwhelming when you look at the plastic issues or the overfishing issues or whatever problem you're trying to solve. They often feel like there's not much I can do. I'll write a check, sure, I'll do that. But there's lots of things that you could do in your own lives that can make a big difference. And so just trying to continue that messaging. I think the social media is getting better about helping share those stories out to people. Oh, wow. I think just having general marine conservation, getting folks to really understand what we mean by conservation. And so teaching that course is probably my favorite at UCR Extension, because I think it introduces students to what's going on in the world of marine conservation right now. Because there's not just the global movements, which is coming from the governments and from the UN and all these various initiatives that are global communities coming together, but there's also many things going on at the local level. And so I think it's interesting to look at marine conservation from that scale, from up at the global level through the various countries down to the local communities. And I think that's my most favorite part to teach, because I think it helps those students relate to it as a human, because they're, when the governments are doing things, we kind of feel like, well, yeah, we voted and sure, but do you really feel involved in that? But when you hear about a local project that you could be involved in, I think those are the opportunities that really help those students feel connected to it. All right, two truths and a lie. I have a black belt in the martial art. I once was a stand-in for Laura Dern, the actress, and I have competed in an Ironman competition, or Iron Woman, I guess is the appropriate term for that. That's the lie. Yep, I have never done one of those. Okay, cat or dog? I've owned both. I prefer dogs because I can take them hiking with me. I don't know that a cat would tolerate that very well. So Netflix or YouTube? YouTube takes effort because you have to go search for things and you end up going down rabbit holes. So I'm gonna say Netflix because it'll allow me to watch something for a designated time frame instead of ending up going down all these other rabbit holes on YouTube. Phone call or text? This is a hard one too. I like to talk to people. I'm an extrovert. I love to chat with people, so I'm gonna say a phone call. Cake or pie? I'm gonna say pie because you can use a lot of really interesting different types of fruit that's available near us here in California. Passenger or driver? It depends on where we're going. If there's really fantastic scenery, I want to be the passenger. But I really enjoy driving cars, especially stick shift, so driver. Tablet or computer? I love the big screen of a computer, but unfortunately with travel and a lot of the mobility, I've been having to move around to a lot of different places lately. I've had to switch to a tablet, but I got a larger tablet, so I really am enjoying my larger tablet. Coffee or tea? Oh, coffee, 100%. And I'm very picky about my coffee and where it comes from. City or countryside? Both. I do like both. There's a lot of energy in the city and all the culture and things you get to see, but sometimes you need the peace and quiet of the countryside. Right now with COVID, I really do miss the big city. So I'll say city for now. Oh, I'm a summer girl. I love summer or winter. I love to go visit the winter, to go skiing, but to live in that again, no. I really need the sun. I'm a beach and barefoot kind of girl. Oh, Star Wars versus Star Trek. Well, fantastic actors and directors and writers in both of these. I gotta say Star Wars, there's just some parts of that just are close to my heart.